Crimean War, 1853 to 1856, was a significant conflict involving major European powers, the Ottoman Empire and the Russian Empire. It centered on the geopolitical struggle over influence in the Middle East and the balance of power in Europe. The war marked the transition from traditional to modern warfare and had profound consequences for the participating nations and international relations. Causes of the war. The Crimean War arose from long-standing tensions between the Ottoman Empire and Russia, exacerbated by European rivalries. Several key factors contributed to the conflict. 1. Decline of the Ottoman Empire. Often referred to as the sick man of Europe, the Ottoman Empire was struggling to maintain control over its vast territories. This decline presented an opportunity for Russia, which sought to expand its influence over the Balkans and the Eastern Mediterranean. But 2. Religious disputes. One of the immediate triggers was a dispute between Roman Catholic and Eastern Orthodox Christians over control of holy sites in Palestine. France, representing the Catholics, and Russia, defending the Orthodox Christians, pressured the Ottoman Empire to favor their respective positions. 3. Russian expansionism. Tsar Nicholas I of Russia viewed himself as the protector of Orthodox Christians and sought to weaken the Ottoman Empire by gaining control of territories such as the Balkans and access to the Black Sea and Mediterranean. 4. Balance of power. Britain and France opposed Russian expansion, fearing it would disrupt the European balance of power and threaten their economic and colonial interests. They supported the Ottoman Empire to counteract Russian ambitions. Course of the war. The Crimean War officially began in October 1853 when Russia invaded Ottoman territories in the Balkans. The conflict escalated as Britain, France, and later the Kingdom of Sardinia joined the war on the side of the Ottoman Empire. Initial battles. The war's early phase was marked by Russian victories against the Ottomans, particularly in the Danubian Principalities, modern-day Romania. However, the entry of Britain and France in March 1854 shifted the balance. They aimed to prevent Russian dominance in the region and protect their strategic interests. The most significant theater of the war was the Crimean Peninsula, where the Allied forces launched a major offensive. In September 1854, British, French, Ottoman, and Sardinian troops landed near the port of Sevastopol, Russia's principal naval base on the Black Sea. 1. The Siege of Sevastopol. The siege, lasting from October 1854 to September 1855, became the war's focal point. Both sides endured harsh conditions, with the Allies laying siege to the well-fortified city. The Russian defenders under Prince Menshikov and later General Todleben mounted a determined resistance. 2. Major battles. Key battles during the siege included Battle of Alma, September 1854. The Allies achieved their first victory by defeating Russian forces near the Alma River. Battle of Balaclava, October 1854. This battle is remembered for the infamous Charge of the Light Brigade, an ill-fated cavalry attack that, despite its bravery, resulted in heavy losses. Battle of Inkerman, November 1854, a brutal engagement fought in foggy conditions where the Allies repelled a Russian attack. 3. Harsh conditions. Soldiers on both sides suffered from inadequate supplies, disease, and severe weather. Cholera, dysentery, and frostbite claimed more lives than combat. The logistical challenges faced by the Allies highlighted deficiencies in their military organization. Technology and media. The Crimean War saw significant innovations in military technology and tactics, railways and telegraphs. Railways were used to transport troops and supplies, while the telegraph improved communication between the battlefield and home governments. Weaponry. Rifled muskets and artillery increased the range and accuracy of fire, marking a shift toward modern warfare. The war was also one of the first to be extensively covered by journalists and photographers. The reporting of William Howard Russell for the Times and the photographs of Roger Fenton brought the realities of war to the public, influencing public opinion and policy. Fall of Sevastopol and end of the war. After months of relentless bombardment, Sevastopol finally fell to the Allies in September 1855. The capture of the Malakoff Redoubt, a key Russian fortification, was a turning point. Despite the loss of Sevastopol, Russia remained defiant, but the prolonged war had taken a heavy toll on all participants. The Treaty of Paris, 1856. The war ended with the signing of the Treaty of Paris in March 1856. The key provisions of the treaty included 1. Neutralization of the Black Sea. Russia was prohibited from maintaining a fleet or military installations in the Black Sea, limiting its influence in the region. 2. Territorial integrity of the Ottoman Empire. The European powers guaranteed the Ottoman Empire's territorial integrity, curbing Russian ambitions. 3. Danubian principalities. Russia relinquished control of the Danubian principalities, which were placed under international oversight. 4. Religious rights. The rights of Christians in the Ottoman Empire were affirmed, but the Ottomans retained control of the holy sites. Consequences of the war. The Crimean War had far-reaching consequences for the nations involved in international relations. For Russia, setbacks and reforms. The war exposed Russia's military and logistical weaknesses. Tsar Alexander II, who succeeded Nicholas I in 1855, initiated a series of reforms, including the emancipation of serfs in 1861 and modernization of the military. Shift in foreign policy. Russia temporarily abandoned its expansionist ambitions in the Balkans and sought to rebuild its strength. For the Ottoman Empire, temporary relief. The Ottoman Empire's territorial integrity was preserved, but the war highlighted its dependence on European powers. Reforms aimed at modernizing the empire were undertaken, but met with limited success. For Britain and France, military lessons. The war revealed shortcomings in military organization and logistics, prompting reforms in both countries. Diplomatic gains. Britain and France maintained their influence in the eastern Mediterranean, but their alliance weakened in subsequent years. For the Kingdom of Sardinia, international recognition. Sardinia's participation enhanced its standing among European powers, paving the way for its leadership in the unification of Italy. For warfare, modernization. The Crimean War marked the transition from traditional to modern warfare, with innovations in weaponry, logistics, and medical care. Florence Nightingale's work during the war laid the foundation for modern nursing. For international relations, realignment of powers. The Crimean War disrupted the concert of Europe, the system established to maintain peace after the Napoleonic Wars. The war's aftermath saw shifting alliances contributing to the conditions that eventually led to World War I. The Crimean War was a pivotal conflict in 19th century history, reflecting the interplay of power, religion, and diplomacy. It exposed the vulnerabilities of empires and accelerated military and social reforms. While the war achieved limited territorial gains for the victors, its legacy shaped the course of European politics and warfare, leaving an indelible mark on history.